What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the video. My name is Chris, as always with me,
Liam.
And we just want to say thank you. We're over 32,000 subscribers. It's all because of you guys like you, women like you tuning in, checking it out. If this is your first time tuning in, this is more of a discussion on TV shows, entertainment, a lot of sci-fi and fantasy heavy. We're big into that. But really, we're not the experts. We're not going to be here. We do know a lot about certain topics, but we're not going to be the guys that are going to be, pulling out the textbooks and diving in. We're here to chat about it. We love it. And apparently you guys too, because so many of you have joined us on this journey and comment and share your thoughts. And it's been a really awesome journey. So a little bit of housekeeping before we dive into today's episode. If you are not already subscribed, go ahead and do so. Hit the notification bell so you never miss another episode. We have a Patreon for as little as a cup of coffee. You can get cool stuff like early access, shout outs on videos, things like that. And it helps us out greatly with producing the videos. But that's really about it for housekeeping. So without further ado, today we are diving into The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 3. Really, it's the aftermath of one of the most, traumatic and tumultuous. Damn, I can't say the word. Episodes that we've had in a while. I mean, since, a Game of Thrones-esque show was on, or Boys, something like that, where things are just over the top. But with a show like this...
Fuck you, bring Joel back.
What do you guys think about this? So for those of you who have played The Last of Us, the video game, many of you knew it was coming. From what I've gathered on the internet, us being, on there all the time, even those who knew it was coming... Still, edge of seat, traumatic experience to see it really happen in real time with Pedro Pascal as Joel, because we are so enamored and so in love with him as an actor in so many different roles. But he carried this specific show. Words are becoming hard.
Early.
Yeah, it's early. But I'm an early guy. I think I just need more water. I'm dehydrated. I will.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm sorry, but fuck you.
If you agree with Liam, drop a fuck you in the comments. We need to know if you guys are on board with this show officially being over. Because first thing, I walked into the studio this morning and the first thing Liam said to me was like, fuck, they need to bring Joel back. And I was like, okay, he will be back, but he's dead. And that's the reason he'll be back, is because we'd have that 5-year time jump, right? And I know you don't watch the trailers going into things, but I do. And there's a lot of scenes that Joel has not been in yet that we're supposed to see. And HBO's not Disney. They're not going to bait and switch us and put a bunch of stuff in their trailer that's not actually in the show.
Yeah, fuck you. Daredevil. Bring Castle back. Shit. Just give us a little tease and then fucking cut him off at the limbs at the end of the season.
Yeah. Well, apparently they're setting him up for his solo movie. So, he will be back in season 2. He will have his solo movie. There are things they're doing with that particular character, but they hyped him up so much for a show. He was 15 minutes. But anyway, we're on a different show right now.
Yeah, still, I'm sorry, I'm still on. Fuck you, bring Joel back.
Yeah, so here's where we're at, right? I was never a fan of Bella Ramsey as Ellie. I was never a fan.
Okay.
For me, I enjoyed playing the video games. I've never been a PlayStation guy. I literally only had the PlayStation for a little while to play this game. Like, it was it. Like, that was the only reason. That and a couple other games, but PlayStation's not my game. Like, I'm a gaming station. I don't like that console particularly. I'm not a fan of the controllers. I'm not a fan of a lot of the games.
Same. The controller feels very off to me. I'm gonna piss off a lot of PlayStation people, but okay. Xbox is superior in the controller layout and the feel to me personally.
Yeah, I have bare paws as hands, so having a huge controller like the Xbox one, it feels comfortable to me. Where having that the little old PlayStation one. I know they made them bigger now, but still, I'm still going off the older ones.
Still doesn't feel right. Still, I'm sorry. I can't say it enough. Fuck you, bring Joel back.
This is going to be a 30-minute episode of just Liam saying that.
Bring Joel back.
Yeah, there were some good parts of this episode.
I like that the fucking old man that everyone hated stood up for what was fucking right, and he was on the right side.
Yeah, so, the opening scenes, right? Watching the dead burn, Tommy washing his brother's dead body. Like, Ellie's like traumatic reliving of the death, that trauma, that trauma cycle she's stuck in right now. As many vets can relate to, that's a fucking real thing. And so.
Fuck you, bring Joel back. I don't like it here.
So there were some good spots. But overall, for me, this HBO series has been built on the back of kind of Joel's redemption / revenge arc, and then Ellie kind of being this anomaly that could be the cure, right? Like it has like this anomaly about her. But unlike the video games, in the show, she's not really that cool.
No.
Like she's not this like badass zombie killer. Like she's just a kid, an angry, emotional girl. Like if that's the character she's going for, she's playing a phenomenal job. But if that's the character that we have to move through the rest of this series with,
fuck you, bring Joel back
as the hero, like I don't see that.
I don't even like her. She's doing a good job for the character that she's playing, in my opinion. I don't know the video game, so I don't know how true to the character she's being, but still, fuck you, bring Joel back. That's going to be the fucking...
That's going to be
the whole thing. The journey that they went on was great. I like the connection between the two girls.
Dina and Ellie are getting much closer.
They are. She's back with her boyfriend, she said in the tent. But yet she's still flirting with the whole idea of being with a woman.
Yeah, I think that was a rebound hookup, like a guilt hookup, right? Like, oh, I kissed this girl. That felt weird. Let me go hook up with this guy because that feels normal. But she's still, based on the conversation in the tent, very much so still very interested in what it would be like to be with a girl.
Then in their journey, well, Dina's the organized one.
Yeah.
And this annoying chick is just like, oh, let's go headstrong full into every scenario without thinking anything through. And so Dina's keeping her on the tracks, making sure that she's covered. She went along with her. I personally believe she doesn't even care about going for the revenge thing. She understands that this shit happens in life, it's their lives, because that's their reality of the situation. But she's just going to keep her on track and make sure that she stays safe and that she's taking care of herself mentally and prepared and all this other stuff. But fuck you, bring Joel back.
No, I would agree that Dina is not driven by revenge. She's driven from a place of love, right? She loved Joel and she loves Ellie. And so she's going to do everything she can to be almost like a mother bear, right? Well, that's a bad analogy because she wants to sleep with her and that'd be weird. But she's very protective, right? She's very protective of her and sees that she is so emotionally distraught and so, like, she sees what we see, right? This is not a hero right now. Maybe she will do something crazy and grow into it, but right now, if I were to stake the future of the world on Ellie, it would not be good. And so that's kind of, you know, as you're starting to build up this season's big bats, right? We're starting to see the WLF, the wolf, right? We think it's just Abby and a couple of people that are the only survivors of that, all the way to the very end of the episode where we clearly see an advanced military. Holy fuck, fucking tank, right? Like, automatic weapons, tank, like they are a military. They are not a militia. I mean, they are a militia, let's be honest. They're not trained or uniformed or anything like that, but they are advanced weapons. Like they have some really good armory. And so for them to...
Well, to be fair, that's just lying around. So
you got to have someone who knows how to keep it maintained. You got to have somebody who knows how to actually use it. And then you got to have a fuel source. So those things do limit things like helicopters and tanks and
range and all that stuff. Yes. But still, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it again. Fuck you, bring Joel back.
Who's gonna be the person at the end of this video who counts how many times he said that?
Fuck you, bring Joel back.
No, for me, the beautiful ride from Colorado to Seattle, the opening view of Seattle, that devastation, all of that, the cinematography was phenomenal. I loved it. And the scenes where, you know, again, Tommy or Dina or even the grumpy old dude stepping up and saying something, like those were the highlights of this episode for me.
Yeah.
I honestly, you could have taken Ellie from the whole episode and I think I would have still, like, I would have been into that episode. Yeah. Right? Her standing up and lying, reading the thing, like her trying to hide that she's not going to really go, like all of that, it wasn't for me.
The psychologist drinking the beers and stuff with Tommy.
That was a good scene.
That was good.
I enjoyed that scene. Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah. Catherine O'Hare. I figured I couldn't remember her name the last time we were talking, and then it popped into my head. So she is so good. Beetlejuice, Schitt's Creek, like she is phenomenal.
Yes. I very much enjoy her. And she again brought up her husband, or no, Dina brought up the husband, didn't she? Her husband.
Yes. Yes. Because she said that she used a memory of his to know what WLF stand for. So it was Dina who said that. Tommy just talks to her in a psychologist setting, basically.
Yeah, and she's like, well, if we were doing this right, I'd be speaking to a psychologist also to process this shit. But instead, I just drink and smoke weed.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, sometimes we can relate to that, right?
Shit, man. If I didn't have cannabis in my life, I'd still be on 11 prescriptions a day, right? So I get it. That's really for this whole episode, it was setting up that, as much as we, the viewer, put Joel and
Fuck you, bring
Ellie
Joel back.
as the center of the universe in a real, in a much more macro look at it, the whole town just lost. Joel just happened to be a really traumatic casualty who was taken out in another way by humans, which is much more of a slap in the face, right? Because it's not the monster.
More painful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you don't have something else to really blame that doesn't have a soul. And I think that makes things more painful in traumatic ways. That's like things dying to a natural disaster, right? That's what I see the infected as, a natural disaster, but it's just a virus fungal thing, right? But here, they were actually taken out by human beings, someone you can blame, someone you can take vengeance on, which is a one and done, though, if you take vengeance, and then you still live with that pain and suffering the rest of your life afterwards.
Yeah. It's self-fulfilling and then also self-destroying. And what we are seeing, and it's true in real life, but we're seeing it in real time in the show, is that revenge is a circle. It's a cyclical thing. So Joel kills her dad to save Ellie, and then she comes and kills Joel as revenge, and now she's going to go kill her. And it's just there's always someone who's upset, who wants to go do something about it.
You killed him, now I gotta take revenge. Yeah. Oh, great. Now you gotta take revenge. Now I gotta take revenge because you took revenge.
Which is when the older Asian gentleman stands up and he's, basically
forgive.
I'm not a Christian, but that whole thing. A lot of that makes sense, but also at the same time, what I think his name's Eugene, right? No, Eugene's the guy that got killed. What's the the other older guy that's still alive? The racist one, sexist one.
I don't remember his name, but I thought I was going to bring this up before I forget again because I want to say it 2 minutes ago. But I love the fact that it was take my rifle. I guarantee it's better, pretty much. He's just take the fucking rifle.
Yeah. No, yeah. It looked like a nice rifle.
Trade.
Yep.
Trade.
Oh, man.
Fuck you, bring Joel back. I'm sorry. I don't like this. I really don't. I'm feeling very distraught and uncomfortable watching the series. I thought after I got through, I'm okay, we survived one episode without Joel, but it still doesn't feel right in my brain.
So here's my issue with this. And again, we've touched on it, and I'm just going to lay it out in comparison to another show that he was in, right? So Game of Thrones is one of the most iconic fantasy series of our generation. It so many of the world locked onto that. And then obviously they ruined it by the end, but the beginning of it was really good. And in season 1, we had to go through not only some pretty horrific taboo scenes, but the death of a huge, who we thought we were probably going to follow that hero throughout the series. And then all of a sudden, he's dead. And we're sitting there what? That's not, how does this show go on? But what was nice about Game of Thrones is that it wasn't we weren't necessarily glued to a particular family or character. We were following multiple heroes, multiple villains, multiple arcs. And so what I think they're going to have to do in The Last of Us is what they do in the video game, and a little bit more like what they do in Game of Thrones, where, Pedro, Joel, and Ellie, they're just 2 characters. You also play as Abby. You also play as these other characters. And so what I think we're going to have to happen is we're going to have to introduce other factions, other heroes, other groups. Because if they just keep Ellie as the main hero, people like yourself, and I'm sure many others, are not going to be tuning in the rest of season 2 or season 3.
At this point, I don't even watch anymore. I really don't. Fuck you, bring Joel back.
Listen, the way I'm looking at it is I'm invested in this season. I'm going to finish this season. But if there isn't some major push for a like current hero group or just solo hero that is going to carry this series forward, then I'm not going to tune in for a season 3. I'm not going to tune in just for chaos.
At
right?
this point, I'm just watching it just because of this podcast. That is the only fucking reason I'm watching this. Fuck you, bring Joel back.
Yeah. So it's going to be another Mayfair Witches where you just finish it because we're invested.
It's the time loss thing. That's it.
Yeah, Sunk Lost Prison.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at
Well,
right now.
you gamers might know about that, especially if you ever played an RPG. The grinding, the leveling. Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this episode, let us know down below. What did you think about the aftermath of Joel's death? Are you in agreement with Liam, fuck you, bring back Joel? Or do you think maybe there's some future for this? If you played the video games, I'm sure you have a little bit more hope for what may come or may not. But the HBO series was Joel, and so this is going to be very hard to bounce back from. And we'll keep tuning in, we'll keep discussing it, we'll keep moving forward. Hopefully Liam's opinion will change as the season progresses, but it isn't looking good. Let us know what you guys think down below. My name is Chris.
Liam.
I really appreciate you guys being here all the way to the end. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do so. We are cranking our way to 40,000 subscribers, and it's been quite the ride and quite the fun, even though sometimes the show we're watching isn't as fun. This always is, and so appreciate you guys. If you're into watching some more awesome HBO stuff that we reviewed, like House of Dragon and things like that, we have a whole playlist of them right here. You can check them out.
Looking forward to that coming back.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot coming out that I'm looking forward to, as well as an entire playlist of Prime shows that we really enjoy. The Boys, Invincible, many other crazy stuff that like over the top, you know, we love it, we watch it, we talk about it, and it's right down there so you can check it out. As well as something above my head that YouTube says you would like. So go check those out. But with nothing else, make sure you're subscribed because we drop multiple videos a week, and we'll see you on that next video. Peace.
Fuck you, bring Joel back.
How many was that? Comments below.
That's where my mind's at right now, is just fuck you, bring Joel back.
Find the strength hiding in each battle scar. You're not who you were, you've already come far.